All right, Peaky.
How you doing? You all right?
Not bad, not bad. I'm struggling a minute with my bloody computer. It's doing weird things.
I've been on for so long now, has he? You've been away for a while, are you?
Yeah, it hasn't been switched on for 3 weeks, so it's showing off doing all sorts.
It's got to do all its updates and all that crap, ain't it?
And it does.
Zed just messaged me, said he's just making a brew, then he'll jump on.
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. So how you been, Peaky?
All right, not too bad. I was just going to say to Rev last weekend, I was only messaging on Rev's channel because I was waiting for basically my daughter give birth straight after, basically. So,
oh wow!
So I'm a granddad now.
Congratulations!
So,
we got a button for this somewhere. Hang on, I've used this for ages. I can't find it now. It's supposed to be a congratulations one. Oh, there you go.
yeah. So yeah, we I jumped on Revs for a few hours and then jumped back off, went to the hospital, seen the baby for 5 minutes, come back, had a few drinks, sat up, and then realised that the miniature biker was doing his live as well.
Oh crikey, he did, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. So I jumped on his, but to be fair, I had to apologise because I was half cut. I was absolutely smashed. So I had to apologise to him and just say, mate, I'm sorry, but I'm half cut. But I'm going to jump on anyway. And he was like, nah, jump on. But the American lads they just don't have a clue what I was saying at all. Even when I slowed it down, they just don't have a clue.
Yeah, I was in Florida last week when he did his live, and I thought that's handy. I can get one in the evening time rather than 2 o'clock in the morning. And we was actually leaving the villa on the Saturday, so we spent most of the Friday packing and sorting stuff out, going out for dinner and that. By the time we got back, I was like, I'm going to bed.
Nah, fair play.
I went on the chat on Rebs for a bit, and before we went out, that's it. I'm done. But,
yeah, like I said, I had a few. By the time I got back, I must have had 4 or 5 bottles. Had a couple of Jim Beans, and then I started on the rum. I like the rum and coke. I do. So spice rum and coke. So I got a few of them down me, and then by the time I'd gone on with him, I was half cut. So, but like I say, them American lads. He had some old boy on there, and he was just like, "Hey man, I can't understand what the fucking hell you're saying. When you slow down?" And I was like, "I don't know what you're saying, bro."
That wasn't Hells, was it? Because
no, some old boy, man. He was proper like big, like handlebar moustache. Looked like Paul Senior off Orange County Chopper. But it was all right, man. It was all right. Like I think I did about 40 minutes, and then I started nodding. Then I was like,
Stevie's really cool. I mean, I remember going on one of these live streams, and all of a sudden I opened my eyes. I went, Stevie, I better go. He said, yeah, you've been asleep for the last 20 minutes. Right, okay, see ya.
But now he's I did say to Steve, like his channel, he's banging out some good content at the moment.
Oh, he's brilliant, isn't he? He's brilliant.
Some of the rides he's doing, mate, through the mountains. In obviously, me and him served at the same places. So yeah. So when you go over to Canada and you do some of them rides through them mountains, it's phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal.
It's fantastic rides out there. I mean, my trip to Florida, the highlight's got to be meeting Hells. Drew and Crystal went out for dinner one evening with them. But unfortunately, I had my elderly parents in tow, and 2 of my kids and my nephew. And I wanted to go rent a Harley, but I was the only person that could drive the car. So if I wanted to go rent a Harley, then they're all stuck at the villa for however long. And I wanted to go do the Ace Cafe bike night, which was on the Thursday night. Well, he told me it was on the Tuesday night. I thought, yeah, great, I'll be there. My boys want to come and everything else. My mum and dad will stay at home. It'll be great. And then he messaged me and said, oh, no, it's on Thursday. I went, all right, okay, no problem. We'll come Thursday. But this lot had booked a show on the Thursday night. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. So I missed out. So
it's always the way I eat, to be fair. But
yeah, but
like I say, mate, you know, if you're going over there quite a lot, which sounds like you do, you know what I mean? You can you can get over there, can't you? Do you know what I mean? You can go and
I'm
go see.
already planning. I'm already planning next year. We're going to fly into Philly because obviously Philadelphia Eagles fan and everything else, and I haven't been there for about 8-9 years. So I've got to go up and see my stadium, make sure it's still there, and do me fan bits there. And then we're going to drive down to probably Memphis, and then to Alabama. We've got friends in Alabama. Then we'll go over to New Orleans, and then I said what we do then is we'll drive back towards Florida, and we'll see about renting a bike and that. And if Drew and Crystal are still in Florida, then we'll go see them on the bike. We'll go and share some road with him. I'm just looking forward to it. So.
See, I was saying the same to the military biker because I did say to him because obviously, like I say, we've not served together, but we served in the same places, same times. So I said to him, I said, if I come over, any chance you could square me away with a bike? You know what I mean? If I come over 10 days or something like that, fly over to Canada. You know what I mean? Could you square me away? But we'll see. Like I say, it's something that I'm looking at doing.
Yeah.
I want to, like I say, I've been over in Canada before, but yeah, some of them roads he's doing fucking phenomenal.
I mean, I had a chat over dinner with Hells, Drew, and we was talking about. He was saying, "So, if I come to England, can you help me out?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Look, you come to England, you got somewhere to stay, so you're staying for nothing." And I said, "And I'll even try and sort out a bike to get you a bike. So it might be a little 125 or a twist and go, one of them little Deliveroo bikes, but I'll get you a bike." I'd love to see him and Chris on one.
When I get him a scooter also with that.
Alex Motor Titan.
Yeah, something like that.
Or something like that. Where the gears you gotta pull it in and twist it back with the gears.
Oh, a proper Vespa, yeah, or Lambretta.
But yeah, so it's proper messing up, like, do you know what I mean? But that'd be funny. Big L's on a little Vespa.
That will be funny. But no, I said, yeah, you want to come over, let us know. We'll sort something out. It's not going to be hard to go pick them up from the airport, bring them over, get them sorted, get them settled, and then, like, well, there's the bike.
They're probably flying to Brum or, well, probably flying to Northampton, couldn't they? To be fair.
What, from Florida?
Yeah.
No, Florida tends to fly a lot to Gatwick and Heathrow and Manchester.
You just Gatwick and Heathrow, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, all the flights I saw were Manchester, Gatwick, and Heathrow, unless they do Birmingham on a different day of the week, because they tend to spread them out, don't they?
Yeah.
But no, it's really good, and I say I've got loads and loads of stickers up of Drew for everybody, so I'll be able to share them out. And I even got I put it in there. Yeah, he gave me one of his old stickers that he still had, so one of his old original ones.
That's a
he
good
gave me
one
a couple of.
That's a good sticker. That is. That'd be good on a cup or something.
Yeah.
He's given me a couple of these poker chips as well, and Tweedledee, who does a lot of his computer stuff and everything else, I got one of his stickers as well. So it was really nice to meet him. He's a lovely guy, lovely couple. So we'll do what we can for them. So I should be sharing them out. I should save some for my American friends. I think I've still got your address, Ed, so I'll get you one of Hell's stickers up. And I'll probably add Lockwood or something in there as well. Share them out. And obviously I'll get your address, Beaky, you that one.
I'll send you.
And he only wants
I'll put it on the group. You send me all your stuff you order from Pornhub then.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You look after it for me, you'll test it, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll put a sticker on.
I'll make sure I clean it off before I send it to you.
Oh, hang on a minute. Uncle Red is going to Watford for a test ride, so that's for a Harley, obviously, because that's where the Harley place is. So,
depends what Harley. Yeah. If he goes for something like a street bob, then something not too big and too clumsome and too heavy.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately for Uncle Red, he is very vertically challenged. So
is he shorter than me?
I don't know. But yeah, so it's really great, and it was great to meet him. It's a shame we could spend more time together. I mean, we was all knackered as well. It was just after the hurricane as well. So yeah, everything was just being put back together. But there we are. And here we go. Just to lower the tone, we'll bring this lad in here. There he is.
Yeah. On fire duty at the set the garden.
What you got a fire pit on?
Yeah, the missus and the neighbour out there fucking drinking all my booze, isn't they?
All right. I thought you gone topless and just covering up with a fleece or something.
Nah, I had to go out there and help them. It's a bit cold. Right around the fire pit. The 10-foot square around the fire pit's lovely, but you walk outside that, it's getting a bit nippy out there.
Yeah.
It is. I noticed that yesterday. As soon as that sun started dropping, I was fucking putting coats on and also standing on the fucking picket line. It was freezing.
It's coming fast, isn't it? I mean, the leaves are dropping and the trees are changing colour, and yeah, no, it's coming fast.
Yeah, it won't be long before we're scraping the ice. In fact, I think Tracy had to scrape the ice off the car one morning before she started it up. So, bless her. I stood there and watched her from the window.
I just push a button.
I hadn't told her where that button is. So.
I don't blame you. I bet you ain't found her button for a while either.
To be honest with you, I ain't looking at it for anymore. I'm that old, I don't care.
It's pointless. Look.
Hi, Shell. How many subs has Shell got now?
A fucking doorknob.
How many subs has Shell got now?
17, I think. But she, you know, that pink hoodie thing she stuck on her head. She got something like 1,400 views. She was over the moon.
Brilliant.
I told her, I said, you get a tit out, you'll have more subs than Simon and Rev Bomb put together in a week. All you got to do, the funny thing was, like, we were fucking sound though in bed when they delivered the it's very rare us to be in bed so late. I think it was about 7:15, and they were delivering the camera. FedEx were delivering. There's this guy at the door, and she's got up. She got to answer the door, and she's only wearing like a fucking t-shirt thing she wears at night, and now fucking nipples were sticking out. I said that guy's going to be fucking knocking back on this door later, see if you're in.
Or see if the girls are out. Yeah.
Not that woman in the one that does. She's not nothing to look at. You wouldn't put it up the other month, didn't he? She's got the massive knockers and she does all the bike repairs with no bra on. I mean, she's got a ridiculous amount of subs.
Yeah.
There's dirty old perverts out there that look at it, and that's what I keep telling her. There's loads of
Where's this?
out there. Where's this?
Who's this? Where's this? Who's this? Everything now.
There's a woman on Facebook bike repairs in just the top. She's got quite a large set, but she's nothing to look at. But she's got thousands of subs because she does it with no bra on.
What do you do with no bra?
I like my bra.
Simon,
Just a YouTube boob tube. Here you get.
You'll get bruised knees. That's why.
There you go. I've written a couple of videos of Shell cleaning your bike in a bikini. It'll get you thousands of subs and views.
Yeah. Who'd watch that?
I'd unsub myself.
Just see your hand come flying in.
No, thank you.
It's weird. I can't do it. There's so many like females doing a lot of YouTube vlogging, and you've got to ask yourself, you know, there's a couple I follow. Kaz, she's really good at what she does, and she's a massive channel, but I follow. And then you've got them that have got 30, 40, 50,000 subs, and you're watching their content, you're thinking, how?
Yeah. I know there's like the sponsors are just climbing all over them to get them to sponsor their kit. That's just frustrating. That's one that military bikers went over and over and over.
Oh, we had the whole night of that, didn't we?
He
For
gets
about 3 hours.
pretty hot about it. So he does. And it's a fair point, because you look
some
at
really
some of them.
Bloggers out there, be it male, be it female, and I follow a couple. Kaz for one, you know, I've known Kaz for a while, and she's really good at what she does, and I'm like, and then you'll watch. I don't subscribe to it, Itchy Boots or Sassy fucking Sprocket Bollocks or whatever her name is, and I stick it on and I look at it and think shite and turn it off.
Yeah.
I don't know what. I don't know. It's just me. Perhaps it's just me. I don't know.
That Itchy Boots.
A classic example is somebody we know, Ruby Rides.
Ruby, yeah, I know. Yeah.
Now,
See,
she
that-
was recently on that fucking TV program with that bloke in his shed, whatever it's called.
Oh yeah.
Mad Dog,
Oh,
or whatever it's called.
he's actually a nice guy. Actually, I've met him a couple of times.
He is a nice guy, but he was actually interviewing her.
Yeah, Henry Cole.
See, it's like that Itchy
nice.
Boots.
Really
The
nice
Itchy
girl.
Boots, I just doubted the fucking interest in it at all. At all.
You've got tits as you ride the bike, mate. That's it.
Honestly, I just don't see it.
Do you know what I think would be good is to start a video in the style of the way they do it, doing a close up of the bikini and all that, and pan back, and it's just me standing like that, looking back at me, smiling, G-string on.
I reckon you get a whole new following there, then.
You'll see what I had for breakfast yesterday.
Oh, that's nasty.
I'm saying that after watching that woman with a beard on Eurovision, it might appeal to some people.
You might. Yeah. I'll tell you what, it's a very specialist market, but they got a steady following, so you'll be all right.
100%.
Oh dear, that's terrible.
And the thing about it is there's some cracking female vloggers out there. There's a girl that actually, she's Polish, but she stays in Scotland. Round the World Roxy. Don't know if you heard her.
Yeah.
She goes down to. I've done a few sort of vlogs down in Lars car park, and she goes down there quite a lot. And basically, her and her boyfriend took off just before COVID, and they'd done the first leg of their tour, and then I think they had to leave their bike wherever it was and get back because they were going to get locked down wherever it was that they were. So they headed back to the UK, and now they're away back to sort of continue their journey. But she's cool. She's really good with her channel and whatever, and she has a pretty lassie, but she doesn't exploit it in that respect. It's all about the biking, it's all about the touring, it's all about the journey, it's all about the meeting people. It's not about this just
flaunting
sexploitation, if you want to call it that.
Sexploitation. Good way of putting it. Yeah.
I might have to bring that into more videos.
You know, Aggie.
Yeah, I guess see you later.
I know what you're saying. It is frustrating now. You know what I mean? You're busting your balls trying to get good footage or good content or whatever, and they changing a back wheel or taking the fucking exhaust off or something. It's just it is frustrating. But if it's getting them the money,
It's like, I think one of them, I think it was Sassy Sprocket, whatever her name is, don't know what I pack for camping, and all the blokes sitting there thinking, I hope it's only a fucking thong.
No,
I don't want to fucking see anything else.
I know.
Yeah, you don't know what you're putting a tent up.
Definitely not.
I just
it's like with that Itchy Boots, mate. I just don't see the appeal, and that's me. I just, even the way she edits, I'm just like, it don't float my boat. I just don't see it. Just don't. I look at stuff and I'm like, let's look at the mountain range, and then she spin round and it's back on her again. I'm like,
me.
I look where you am, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I know. I don't want to have my ugly mush on my videos for any length of time whatsoever.
There you go. That's the way to do it.
That's a good point. That is.
I think they call that clickbait, don't they?
But still, it's either that or a picture of someone mid-flight coming off a bike or something like that.
You need to put on something like double D's on a bike or something like that, and just put a photo of Andy. Oh, he's back.
He ain't going far. Look, he's only going as far as the beer pump. You'll be all right.
Yeah, but you can see why people are doing it, especially
Yeah.
you know, bog standard blokes. They're gonna see a bird with no bra on, fixing a bike. You know, they're only gonna watch it a couple of minutes, but it's that initial click. Even if they watch
Exactly.
10 seconds, I'm gonna get a minute's worth of views for 10 seconds.
How many minutes are you on TikTok before there's a young lassie comes on advertising their OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And there's some of them now that are sitting in £1 million houses that are paid for by guys who are paying their money to actually. There's one lassie I've seen, and it's over £1.5 million she's earned sending pictures of her feet.
Mm-hmm.
That's all she does. She only sends pictures of her feet, nothing else.
Mate, I've got fucking 3 toes. She knows my feet.
She's got a massive following, and that's what they do. It's some like £3 a photograph that they for her feet, and it's feet on the sand, feet on the sofa, feet. And you're like, what?
You see,
Feet in the air, spread apart. Yeah.
That'd be my feet at the bar. That'd me done. But what I have found out is what a lot of these other YouTube channels are doing now is people like Richie Vida, Teapot One, Miss Gunflyer. This is what I've been told is that they're selling, the GPX files. So when they go on tour, they're selling the GPX files to obviously people who want to do the tour, and that's the other way you get obviously gaining revenue. But whether that's true, I don't know. I ain't got a clue. But
I don't know. I think most of it's to GPX files you can get for free on the internet somewhere. There'll be somewhere, and you just download them. So
yeah.
But, I mean,
if someone's going to pay you, if you're going to get it, if I could get it for free, and someone's going to say, "I'm going to give you £3."
Well, see, at the end of the day, if Teapot One's put it onto his YouTube page, I can rip it back off his YouTube page quicker than he put it up because I've got a program called Clip Grab.
Yeah.
And all you need is a URL off the top of the page, and I can put it in, and it will download it in 4K. So you can keep his £3.
But like I said, that's the other thing I've been told this week that that's how one of the things that they're making the money kind of thing. Mate, at the end of the day, it don't bother me. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, like, see the likes of when you're talking about Teapot One, I know how much effort and energy Bruce has put into his channel. He puts so much into it, and he gives so much back to the community as well, with the likes of podcasts and so on and so forth. So anything that comes Bruce's way with regards to revenue back into him, I've got absolutely no issue with, especially with what happened to him, his job and stuff like that. And that's it'd need to be a big olive leaf.
That's not what we've heard. It's cold up there in Scotland.
Oh dear, it's only 4
Now,
hours, but the wife said it's thick enough.
Yeah, but Zed, like I knew Bruce before he went around the world. His mate Jim Bob, I raced with Jim for years and years. So when he went to the NEC bike show and got all his, paraphernalia to go around the world the first time, that's when I met him, and that's when we become friends, really. And like I say, and mate, if people are willing to pay you, for a GPX file, sound that don't bother me at all. Do you know what I mean? Like I've got genuinely, it's like Richie Vida and all these. Like, if people are going to pay you £3 for a free GPX file, fill your boots. Fill your boots. All you got to do is watch. But all you got to do is watch the videos. You can see the route that they're taking because they're naming places, and you can do it yourself.
Yeah,
you can sit there with a pen and a bit of paper, go on My Route Lab, and plan a route on TomTom, Garmin, whatever. It's free. My Route Lab is free, and you can plan a route, and you can then many stops as you want.
Yeah, but the way I'm thinking about it, and the way I'm looking at it, the reason they're doing it is it gives them a route for these people to go back to his channel, because he'll have done that route on a vlog. So if he's done the route on a vlog, and then you can actually say that was actually nice, and then I'll go in and I'll download that file onto my sat nav, and then I can do it myself. You know, that's quite a clever way of doing it, because some people might actually run the route before they watch his vlog and go the other way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what everything should always be channeled towards your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Do you know, one way or another.
Yeah. But like I say, you know, it don't bother me. You know, if that's the way people want to make the money, then fair play to you. At the end of the day, it's his business. That's his business.
Yeah.
You know, he ain't got a job, so he's self-employed, and that's the way he earns his cash.
It's a massive leap for them to go into it.
Well, I watched another YouTube video saying that for us guys to make a living of £1,500 to £1,800 a month, you need about 43 to 47,000 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, us channels here, I ain't never gonna fucking hit that. Never gonna hit it.
I'm not even aspiring to do that. I don't do it for that. I do it for this. I do it for sitting with like-minded people and chatting, shooting the breeze.
I think if it stops becoming fun, I'd stop doing it.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Bruce said a couple of weeks ago. Well, couple of months ago. If you watch one of his videos, he said, "This is my job."
Right.
He was test riding a bike, and he was like, "This is my job."
Yeah.
And it was a bit like, man, that's a bit raw that he said that. Do you know what I mean? Because it looked like the fun was going out of it for him, kind of thing.
And that is hard, because you start having to, I wouldn't say compromise, but you're at the mercy of manufacturers and stuff, that every one of them's going to want their pennies worth out of you.
Yeah.
If you want to review this bike, we want you to be here, we want you to do this, we want you to do that, we want you to whatever, you know. It's like, and that's where it goes from you planning your like going to just a small dealership, getting a bike off them for a day, doing a vlog, putting it up as a bike review. It stops being that and starts being something a lot more professional, where you know that if you don't give the type of review that these people are expecting, the chances are of you being asked to do another one.
You're getting the bike off them.
Yeah, and you're basically not burnt a bridge, but it will be difficult for you to sort of open the door back up again. And that's where I would imagine the fun would disappear.
But that's what they were saying, well, there, because you get a lot of people saying, you know, nobody gives any bike a bad review. No, nobody does. Do you know what I mean? You get the bike, and you know they never say, "Mate, this is wanker going through."
See, to be quite honest, I mean, like, I think 44 Teeth reviews are quite impartial when you listen to some of them. It's like they'll tell you what they don't like about the bike just as much as they'll tell you about what they do like. The likes of, I think it was the Ducati 1098, and they said anything under 7,500 RPM and the bike doesn't make sense. They said you can't ride it through a town; it just doesn't work.
No, you've got to be first.
It's a track bike, you know. And it'll never be just a bike for bimbling about the local streets, and you know what I mean. It says, but then when they took it onto track and did that part of the review, then the bike made sense. Do you know what I mean? But it was, I like it because it was like a balanced review. There was an element of honesty in there. They weren't crucifying Ducati by any stretch of the imagination. They've done it with BMW and they've done it with KTM. They've highlighted three things that they would have done better: bar positions or levers or the switches they didn't like, or so on and so forth. But in the same sense, they come out of it at the end up with a sort of positive outcome. Yeah. But right. I mean, like, nobody's going to just turn around 100% and say, that's a pile of cack, don't buy it. Nobody's going to do that. And sometimes they might actually, that might be what they think.
But it's like when I was looking at a bike and I was test riding bikes, like the amount of people that were saying to me about the KTM 1290, and I read it and I was like, that is, for me, that was fucking horrendous. I just did not get on with the bike whatsoever. And then I jumped on. That was 20. I think it was 22 grand. Then I jumped on, double D's V-Strom, 12 grand, everything, panniers, everything, completely different bike, mate. It was phenomenal. It turned in the corners.
Just clicked with it straight away.
Mate, it was amazing. And I was like, mate, if I had 22 grand to spend, I'd save 10 grand and buy a V-Strom.
Yeah.
If there was 2 bikes I had to pick from, but then, like I say, when Dave rode the KTM and then he rode my bike, it was like, your bike is a lot more refined. He says the KTM don't know what it wants to be. It wants to be an off-road. It wants to be a track bike. It wants to be a road bike. It don't know what it wants to be. It's like all fucking jumbled up.
Yeah.
In everything. And you can't have a bike that does everything. And I thought that was a fair point, to be fair.
Yeah.
But you know, like I say, when I test rode that 1290 KTM, I just don't get on with it. I just don't enjoy it.
There's some bikes that you...
uncomfortable. I can ride one. Steve's got one, and you know, and I test rode the new one, and they're just so uncomfortable. After an hour, 45 minutes, I want to get off. Having that power to this and the other, but if you can't ride it for any distance, Steve didn't even take his to Scotland. He took the Harley because it was too bloody uncomfortable.
Are they vibey?
Mate, them seats are like sitting on rocks.
I get the impression. Like,
mate, Zed, the seats are like sitting on a fucking breeze block, mate.
No,
mate,
he's got the comfort seat and everything else, and if that's the comfort seat, I ain't getting on it. It's a joke.
I sit mate, with that seat cover on, that gel seat cover, cool covers. I sit with that on, mate. I can sit on that for hours. Yeah, hours. I can do 2, 3. Well, I've done 5 hours in the past, but I can sit on it. You ain't moving your arse cheeks, or you know what I mean, trying to reposition your fucking self or anything like that. With that KTM, mate, literally 45 minutes. I was like, I don't know how much more I can ride this for.
Was the comfort seat an optional extra on the KTM?
Yeah.
Right. So obviously they brought the bike out and then realised, we've made a mistake here. We need to.
It's uncomfortable. And when I spoke to the guys at KTM, and he said, "Oh, you bought the Beamer." I went, "Your bikes are too uncomfortable." He went, "Yeah, we know what you mean." And these are the fuckers that are selling them.
No, I know.
Them are the salesmen.
Aye. It must be like that in a lot of companies where a new bike comes in and the salesman are like that. How are we meant to sell this? This isn't what the market wants or has asked for.
But they sell them because stuff like the quick shifter is probably as good as the Triumph quick shifter. When I raced the Triumph 675, the standard Triumph quick shifter is seamless, phenomenal. But the next best would be the KTM by far, because it was seamless. You could just
Has that been like a hybrid of the RC8? Did they have the quick shifter on the RC8?
Probably.
So it's basically come down the generations there.
Yeah. But it was the quick shift, and especially the amps through the twisties. It was really nimble through the twisties, but it was really top end heavy. Yeah, really top end heavy. But like I say, once you get it rolling through the twisties, you can proper get a lick on that. Get a lick on.
I mean, that the new Ducati adventure that the 44 Teeth boys were talking about, some of the technology they're talking about on that. See, even if you're town driving, it shuts off the cylinders in the bike.
Yeah. And
when you're motorway riding as well, it does the same. Basically, because when it first came out, there was a range issue. So they've increased the size of the tank, but they've also got around it by remapping it, and they're able to shut down a cylinder at certain times during the bike's running. Yeah. And that's how they've sort of got around that issue. But they're all chasing the GSA, and that's what they're doing.
See that for me, when I was looking at bikes, everybody who was doing adventure bikes wanted it to be the GS that McGregor and Charlie Boardman went around the world. that is the epitome at the end of the day. That's what everybody wants to do. Whether we can afford it or whether we do it, it don't matter. But when you go to Scotland or Wales or France or whatever, you need to feel like you're going on an adventure kind of thing. And that bike epitomizes you going on an adventure. So everybody else kind of is trying to match or replicate.
Yeah. Ewan McGregor's bike still hangs in the Riverside Museum in Glasgow.
Is it?
No, it's a cracking bike. I think I've got pictures of it on Instagram. It's a cracking bike.
Did you actually pick up a GoPro when you was in America?
You know what? I went and I had a look at. I thought I'll have a look in the duty free at the airport, see how much they are. So I went and had a look at the GoPro in there, and it was £489 for the 10, and it didn't come with any kit. And I went, the salesman car over, can I help you? I said, yeah, I'm interested in the GoPro 10. He went, oh yeah, okay. Yeah. I said, what's it come with? He said, oh, just a camera. I went, it don't come with any mount. He said, no, just a camera. And I said, is that right? £489. He went, yeah, that's right. I said, you do know if I go on the GoPro website, I can get it for £399 with a subscription.
Yeah.
He went, can you? I went, you tell me, you're the one that sells them, mate. I'm telling you that. And this is in the duty free area. So I thought, nah, sod that, mate. And then when I went out there, I was having a look around Walmarts and all those sort of places. They still want $480 for it. And I went, yeah, you know what? I'm not going to bother.
No, that's
Why
crazy.
did use the 360 X3, mate? It's a better camera.
Yeah. But then I was, I did a vlog this week and I went to upload my footage and I thought the sound ain't right. And then I found out why. It's because the drift leaders broke on both of them. Both the cameras. So, yeah.
Was
They
that
come at the bottom of the camera. So, I thought, shit, I need a new lead. And I had trouble finding them before. And then when I looked online, the GoPro have brought out the XL Pro, which is a much upgraded camera for 249 quid. I thought, oh, I'll have a look. So the first place I look is on their website to see how much they are and then go compare it with everybody else. And while I was on there, I'd look through the accessories and they actually sell that lead now on the Drift official site. And it's only $9.99.
No.
Yeah. Simon, I have a spare if you need to borrow one until you get one.
Oh, I've ordered 2. So, yeah, I'll tell you what, I might. Yeah, I might do. But, so I thought, oh, fuck it. So my vlog I've done this week, I'm just going to bin. So.
Yeah, like when mine went, I borrowed one off Crouchy. Give me his one because he never uses it. He only uses the camera.
Yeah.
And I already had one on order from there for $9.99. So they come through pretty quick, to be fair. But yeah, no, I've got 2.
Yeah, apologies everybody for the crackly audio, but the computer's running all sorts of shit in the background. It hasn't been switched on for 3 weeks. So.
Yeah, when I done the video that I've just put up, the 360, the audio on the 360 is better than the audio on the GoPro.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
see the 360, is that just an external mic?
The 360, what I've done, I bought the mic adapter and plugged that into it, and then I've just plugged the Purple Panda mic into it.
All right, and then it just runs in.
Because to connect the Rode system to it, you need a little shoe bracket that connects onto it, and I'm waiting for that, and that takes, I don't know, about 2 weeks to come through.
Yeah.
So not only do you have to spend like 400 and something quid, or I think the package was 580 or quid.
Yeah.
On top of that, you then got to spend another fucking 50 quid for extra brackets to mount stuff like the Rode system and that on it. But,
yeah. See, look, my backup system, I've got just like obviously like the Hero 9 with the mic adapter, and then what I do is I carry the Hero 4 in my pocket with the Sena GP10 backpack on it. So I run my Sena. I've got 2 microphones in my helmet, so I just sit that in my pocket. I don't actually use it to record anymore. I just sit it in my pocket. So I've got 2 different sets of audio, and basically when I go into Power Director, I can match them up. And then
I was really, really impressed with the audio on that X-Ray. All I've done was literally plugged an adapter in, plug the microphone in, and just drop the microphone in my helmet, and the audio's come out quite well. No, I haven't had the audio or nothing. It's come out really well.
Aye, that's good. I mean, that's one of the things that GoPro haven't really got right, in my opinion, and that's
Ghost is terrible. Purple Panda on the Ghost, and it just overmodulates all the time.
Well, the Purple Panda is it's a sensitive mic to start off with, and what I found with the Purple Panda
because it's just overmodulates.
Yeah, well, that's like the drift obviously can't keep up with it. What I found with the Purple Panda is like the volume that in any other microphone that I've had in my helmet, I've had to speak at a certain level of voice. If I was to speak at that level when I had the Purple Panda mic, it would be clipping because my voice would be too loud. But half the time, I think I was speaking so that I could hear myself, because obviously you've got the wind noise and whatever else.
The only thing I find with the Rode system, you can turn the dB down. So, you know, if I got a Purple Panda plugged in, I can minus 18 dB and it's fine. But what I found with the X3, I literally you can fuck around with that as well and alter the dB down.
Okay.
I left it set to 0, just plug the Purple Panda in. Audio was fine. I mean, the video's up. The audio's great, I think.
Yeah. I'll have a wee look at it later on, and it's like it's all credit to them then that they've got their audio that good, because that's,
to be honest, if I'd have bought this camera before the GoPro, I'd never have bought the GoPro.
Yeah,
you don't need it.
Yeah,
I said that to you, Andy.
Yeah, well, I mean, when I'm walking around places, and you know, on my last video, when I'm walking up the high street and I'm up the pier and stuff like that, the GoPro's great for that. It's great for doing that sort of shots, shooting that sort of video. I think when it comes to being on the bike, I think the X3 that I've got now, the 360 Insta, I think that's definitely going to be my go-to camera.
Yeah.
By far. Like I say, well, as you can see from my videos lately, that's all I'm using, my 360, and just detaching the audio from my GoPro, syncing it together and using that. And you know, if I need to, then I'll click back to the GoPro footage now and again, just to give it a bit of a switch up, and that's it really.
You buy the audio bit that clips in. You got the Insta 360, and you clip in the microphone adapter. Underneath, you can put your power in and clip your mic in, so it still lets you run your power, so you haven't got to rely on the battery.
Yeah,
it just does look a bit. It does look a bit cumbersome, though, at the side with that big fucking box at the side. I know you can't see, but
it's tiny. I'll go and get it in a little bit, but it's tiny. It's not a big box anymore. It's literally, you could fit it inside a Matchbox, even half a Matchbox. You could fit it in now. It's tiny. The adapter's tiny now.
Yeah.
See,
and that's on the Insta. That's on the X3. You're saying?
Yeah,
What's the battery life like?
I mean, I never checked it, to be honest, but I reckon you're going to get a good 40 minutes out.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 2 batteries anyway. They're a lot bigger batteries than the GoPro.
Yeah.
I'd done a 14-minute video, and I only had to charge it for like 10 minutes, and it was full again.
Yeah.
But like I say, you can plug it in and power it straight off the bike anyway if you want to. But I reckon you'll get a good half an hour, 40 minutes out of it, no problem. I'm not running it at 5.7K. It's pointless. I'm running it at 4K.
Yeah.
If you're uploading 5.7K, you're never going to get that out of YouTube anyway.
No.
I'm filming at 4K. I think the 14-minute video I done took 8 gigs on the memory card. Didn't use half a battery. And yeah, it was all right. Good.
I'll shoot everything in 2.7K.
That's what I do as well.
2.7. You've got 5.7, 4K, or something else. But you know what? A 4K is fine. Really is fine.
I mean, that X2 that I've had off the one battery. I've got one good battery. The other batteries last about just over an hour and 10 minutes. But I've got one battery that lasts about 2 hours.
Yeah. I ain't got a clue how long the battery. Like I said, I'd done a 15-minute video, and it probably still had 3/4 of the battery in it plus.
Mate, you'll easily get an hour and a half. Easily.
Yeah. I've not tried it for battery life, but for the vlogs that I do, you know, it's ideal.
like I say, mate, when I've done mine, when I've done my trips and stuff like that, I've had.
Yes, it has got
one battery, I've had 2 hours.
capabilities, and it's got extra modes now on the. I'm starting Biker Bird's question. You do have time lapse and everything else on it. You can speed the video up, slow it down.
Yeah.
It's got way more features than the old one.
What I would like it for is like obviously the son rides in the skate park, and I would love to just set the tripod up in the skate park and have him do a line in the skate park, and then I can edit it as if I'm following him around the skate park, but I'm not actually, because it's just obviously it's picking up the 360.
It's weird when you first start using it because you want to try and set it up so it's facing the right way, and you think I don't have to.
You don't have to. It doesn't matter where it's pointing.
You can stick it anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, like I say, that's the ideal thing, eh? You just put it and leave it.
So what I'm looking at the X3 just now. What site is that?
The only place there's only 2 companies that sell them. One is Insta and one is a different camera company over.
Well, Insta360.com I'm on just now. So the Get Set kits.
You order it from Insta, it actually comes from China.
Right. So it's $498.99 for the Get Set kit.
I went to the bike.
Oh, the motorcycle kit. Right, so it's
$538.99. You get the motorcycle kit, you get extra covers, you get all the brackets you need to mount it to the bike. But what it also gives you is a massive bag of stuff that enables you to adapt it to fit onto any GoPro mount that you've got mounted on your bike.
Oh, right, that's cool. I like that.
On top of that, you got a budget. I bought a second battery just in case, so that was another 20 odd quid, and then the mic adapter's another 20 quid. So throw it on. I think I paid 598 quid or something like that for everything. That was the mic.
And it needs a mic adapter obviously to work.
You need a mic adapter.
That just
600 quid.
That just rips my knitting, that, so it does.
But to be honest, I can sell my GoPro for 300 quid and get half my money back.
Yeah, but the thing is, on GoPros, you're only facing one way.
Yeah,
you're going to need 3 GoPros to get the same footage as what you do with the.
Oh, did you ever see the original GoPro how to get 360 before 360s came out? No. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cameras. And it came and you got the mount, and basically it took 5 cameras, and GoPro had a system that they could stitch it all together because it took in. So you imagine the size of that? That would have been like an absolute block.
Mate, that would have been like an extra helmet on top of the fucking helmet.
Yeah. But that was the only way of doing it at the time, as opposed to the way they do it just now. But you look at the GoPro Fusion, that's a big lump of kit. You know what I mean? Compared to what Insta's giving you. The Insta's not going to pick up as much wind. So it's not going to be bouncing as much.
Mate, the X3, and it's got the half-inch sensor as well. So overnight, you can get some decent light overnight. It's like your GoPro where it's fucking pitch black.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're getting some. At least you can walk around overnight and get some kind of footage rather than it being. You know what I mean? You walk around like fucking Stevie Wonder.
It looks good. I think I'll wait until the price comes down a bit though. I think I'd need to sell one of the kids to Madonna.
Mate, to be fair, I think in the next, I was saying this to Andy the other day because we was on the phone, and I said to him, I was within the next 8 years, 10 years, I says there'll be an helmet that'll have your cameras attached, all your intercom, everything will be there, and all you do is download an app, whether you're on, I don't know, Cardo or Senna or whatever, and you download the app, and that's you done. It's all together, and you don't need to do anything, and you'll just literally all your boys with the helmet. You won't need to buy nothing else. All your mics will be fitted in, all your audio for you, so you can hear everybody else talking if you're in a group or whatever. All that will be all fitted in. I reckon within the next 8 years that'll be available.
I think I would agree with you, but I think it will be like a standalone kit. I think the kit and the helmet would have to be separate, obviously, because how often are you replacing your helmet? Maybe 3-4 years. So you're wanting the kit to last a wee bit longer than that. So you would want to be able to take, if it's got like the part of it's the lenses, but everything integrating into the
It's all,
helmet.
yeah,
Just
integrated into place.
just clicking into
Microphone
place.
adapter. Absolutely
yeah.
nothing unless a finger. So it is tiny.
Yeah.
Oh mate, that ain't the one I saw. The one I saw was like fucking mate. It was like a proper big block on the side.
And does the camera deletion? Does that? And it takes that out. The camera deletion takes that out.
You don't
Yeah,
see it
that's in
under
the
here.
stitch line.
Plugging your
That's in the stitch line.
So see, basically the stitch line the thickness between the two camera lenses.
Yeah.
At full focus, right? So you're
Yeah,
only losing about a centimeter of footage.
Yeah, and there's so much software on it now, you can hardly see the stitch line.
Yeah.
You've got to be looking for it and search it to find it.
Yeah, there are certain camera angles. I've seen it with Ayrshire Vlogster where he did one and he was riding with the camera hanging off the back of the bike and you could actually see the step in his back tyre. And it kind of sort of drew my eye into it. But he I think, like, see if you're, I think he changed the angle and he moved it up slightly. And
the biggest thing now is the screen. Yeah. Look at the size of the screen.
Yeah.
It's a massive screen now.
Yeah.
It is a good bit of kit. I mean, the X2. I mean, I've only got the X2. I got the X3, but the X2 is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And the X3 is supposed to be obviously the next step up. It's obviously better than the X2, but it's speaking to Andy and the text messages we've had today with what he's had, the footage wise, mate, it's phenomenal. You know what I mean? You do only need now, really, again, one camera. You don't need 4 or 5 cameras around your boat to get the footage.
It's very easy to get your head round and use, to be fair.
I think, I think once you've edited a couple of times on the 360 app or on the computer itself, because I use the computer, I don't use my phone. I do sometimes, but not very often. But when I do it on the computer, obviously, all I do then I'll look at myself while I'm editing, and I can see myself pointing to stuff, and then I'm like, oh, I remember what I'm doing there. I'm pointing to that on, I'm pointing to that on, I'm pointing to that. So then you spin the camera around then, or you redo the footage and. I mean,
I've only had it. I got it delivered Thursday, so I've only had it today to play with and get used to the software. And I've already put a 14-minute video that's half decent, to be fair.
But I'm just looking at the Insta website. There's only £90 of a difference between buying a brand new X2 on the motorcycle kit than there is to buying the X3. So you're only £90 more for the X3. So like if you're spending that amount of money,
mate, it's nothing. It's nothing. No. You look at the difference between a GoPro 10 and a GoPro 11 now, mate. You can pick up a GoPro 10 up off eBay for 200 quid, 220 quid. Do you know what I mean? It's only one generation below what they're putting out now, and it's already dropped half in price. You can pick up a GoPro 9 and update it, and it says GoPro 10.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people don't realise that. You can buy a GoPro 9, update it, put the firmware software in, and it's a GoPro 10.
Yeah.
It's a GoPro 10. There's no difference. There's no difference between a GoPro 9 and a 10.
Yeah.
It boils down to cost.
I mean, just slightly faster processor. I think that was about the only difference. But the firmware's the firmware updates.
It's the same firmware. All I'm doing is updating the firmware. That's all I'm doing. What was you saying, Andy?
Cost as well. I mean, if say like this is the first sort of time I've actually started buying this sort of camera. GoPros, Ghosts, drones, and everything. I've never bought them before, so I'm sort of buying them now at their greatest technology and at what they are. Will I be replacing them next year for the next generation that comes out? Hell no.
No.
So if you've got a GoPro 8 or GoPro 7 and you're happy with it, it's doing what you want, why the hell would you spend another 400 or 500 quid on a GoPro 10? Doesn't make sense. So will I look at new stuff in the next 4 years, 3 or 4 years? Maybe. But at the moment, I have no intentions of, because it's producing what I want and doing what I want. I don't understand why you would upgrade if you don't need to.
Say for me, I think I'm going to do like a 3-year upgrade. I think for me, because like I say, I'm at the point now where I'm with the GoPro 10. Nico, back in. I'm at the GoPro 10 now, and I'm quite happy with the footage, with the volume and the levels and everything else. I'm quite happy with the X2. I'd like the X3 because obviously it's a better fucking camera and you're getting better footage. But to be quite truthful, I couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford to buy it outright, then sell my X2. So up until I get to the point where really I'll wait till I don't know, the X4 comes out, for example, then I'll upgrade to the X4 rather than upgrading to the X from the 2 to the 3 to the 4.
It's like mobile phones, isn't it? Let it skip 2 or 3 generations, then get.
Yeah.
Just a wee note of interest on the Insta 360 website. You can do, I don't know if you've ever heard of PayPal 123. So basically, what you do is you can purchase it at the checkout, and then through PayPal you can pay 3 payments of £171. Which is probably a more affordable way of getting it for some people.
See my goal, mate. It's like a fucking runway at the moment. I'm minted. Seriously, there's 1,000 bulbs lit up. I've got aircraft circling because they've got
Oh dear.
Yeah, I've seen that.
We can't hear you, buddy.
Simon, your audio's went off.
You've got no audio, Si.
No.
Simon, ich fine audio and that cheap £4 mic you bought.
I remember when they come on to my live streaming and his audio wasn't switched on. I thought it was me because I was streaming.
I was saying earlier when I went out to the military biker, his live stream last week because my daughter had my first grandson. So I got back home and it was like, I don't know, about fucking 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I had a couple of drinks, had a couple of gin beans, then I started on the rum, and then I got on the I don't know why, I got on the computer and I was like fucking and then I realised the military bike was on a live stream, so I was like, fucking yeah, man, I'm on it. So I got on his live stream.
I've upset the military biker because he subbed to my channel the other week, and now I've gone through it and he's unsubbed. I don't know what I've done. I think I've upset him.
Mate, honestly, mate, I went on his live stream. I was fucking steaming. So all these, mate, I had some geezer look like fucking Paul Senior, fucking always came up with a big fucking hand on my moustache. I was taking the fucking piss out of him. I was like, mate, you got fucking eyebrows sticking up like that, like a fucking owl. I was going, what the fucking hell's all that about? And you could see him sitting there going,
no idea.
Mate, I was just ragging people. I was fucked. But in the end, I think it only lasted about 40 minutes. And then, when you see yourself like, oh, I need to go to bed.
Mate, I was on a live one of military bikers live streams and I fell off my chair and I never get back up again. And then Stevie's just like, oh, hey, cheers, Ed. See you later. Away I went.
Mate, them American blokes, there was all they kept saying was, I don't know what you're saying, mate.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're saying. Because there was me, Steve, and then there was a Cockney lad. And we was all talking together. Obviously, we could all understand each other. Once we slow down a little bit.
No translator in there then.
But
it's like I have.
We just, mate, they just don't have a fucking clue. And this bloke, like Mate, he was like a proper fucking hillbilly, man. Big fucking handlebar moustache and everything. I was ragging the shit out of him. He was going, "Hey, man, what you on about?" I was going, "I don't know what the fucking are you saying, Uncle Albert? I don't know what you're saying." He was going, "I don't know what you're saying, man."
I'll send you a clip from military biker live stream. Aye, it's absolutely crazy.
Mate, but he was like, in the end, I said to him, I says, "Mate, I'm gonna have to give." I said, my daughter's had my first grandchild and I'm fucked. I'm just abusing people now. I'm gonna have to go.
Brilliant, man.
But to be fair, I think because we've got that squaddy mentality, he understood. Do you know what I mean? And
Aye.
I think he was trying to like not dampen it down, but he was like, yeah, you know, it's from England. You know what I mean? We've all got the translate fucking lingo going on and all this lot. Like we were just fucked, mate. I was fucked. I was fucking mad. I was fucking hammered. Absolutely hammered.
There's is it Bikes and Beards that come on, Austin and what's these? I can't remember. The two of them come on. It's like I've sent PK. I've sent you a clip and they're on it at the bottom. And basically, what happens is Austin has to translate for his pal because they can't understand what I'm saying. But that's funny.
They don't know anything about the Flintstones.
Has my mic come back yet?
Yeah, but never do.
Can you hear me yet or not?
Yeah, I can hear you now, Simon. Yeah.
Aye. Fucking thing.
I watched that in a bit. What I heard was they don't understand what yabba dabba do is.
It was one of the Psycho Fanatic at the bottom. He was talking about Dubai, and I'd said to him the only difference between Dubai and Abu Dhabi is in Dubai they don't know anything about the Flintstones, but Abu Dhabi do.
That's the only bit I've got to. I'll watch that in a bit. But yeah, you know,
it's funny. It's like I've learned when I'm on the American streams just to sort of slow down the way I speak. To me, in my own head, it sounds ridiculous, but they tend to engage with you more when you start to just sort of slow down.
Yeah. Well, that's what... Mate, hold on.
Hello.
Yeah.
40 kilograms.
Oh,
40 kg.
Absolutely.
He's a monster. But
he's a big little fucker.
I went on there talking normally with Sarah, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. He was just like, you could see him just like, I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
Aye.
Instantly. And then I was like, "You're right, Mocha, how you doing?" And he's like, "I don't know what you're saying, mate. I don't understand what you're saying." I was like, "Are you okay? How you doing, Mocha?" You're going, Is he being disrespectful? And I was like, "No." Oh, hey. Oh, here he is. He's got some fucking period drink again.
Yeah.
Fucking, I'm running out of tequila.
Do you know how many tampons you had to drain for that?
You what? What did you say? I missed that.
Fucking afterbirth.
Hang on. Bollocks to you.
He's definitely on one tonight, isn't he?
Yeah.
He is. That's what I said on Rebs. He needs to have a drink more often than he does, because he's funny tonight.
Well, I say, unfortunately, I'm driving in the morning, so I can't have a drink tonight. But I will do next week because I've got to extend my rest next week. So.
Excellent.
So what have you done there then? Have you just done your theory then?
I've done my theory in my ASM section. That's all passed. I've got my test in December, but because now I hold a CVC card. Royal Mail give me 2 days training on their 7.5 tonners, and they got me driving one of them tomorrow. So, you know, a bit extra money. Got to pay for my strike days somehow.
Well, like I say, mate, I've got my HGV and stuff. You know what I mean?
Right, bollocks.
No, you only put a fucking brick.
Where's the sparkler?
He looks like Doughboy with one of his
He
penis
does.
coladas.
Oh, boy, special.
What's that?
You don't need
Little
his
boy.
fucking shades on there, don't we?
Brilliant. Right, boys, I'm going to head for the house. I've got an early start tomorrow, so I'm going to head off.
You'll be starting, I'll still be fucking drinking.
Nah, I know that, but you enjoy yourselves. Take care, everyone. All the best.
Take care,
Zed.
too.
See you later.
Zed, you need to fucking shave your beard.
Yeah,
Growing for Santa.
stop speaking.
But
Now, what you say
Yeah.
about your accent, PK, every time you come on my live stream and start talking, because my missus, all her family from Birmingham, she starts coming out with fucking brummy twang, doesn't she? All right, how's it going? I was like, shut the fuck up.
it's that bad. Come on. Come on. Eat.
That's it. He'll lay down now and he'll start snoring, and I'll ask you what that is again. That night, that was funny.
He'll get his fucking gong on now. He'll get his fucking sleep on.
See what these tequila sunrises with a shot of fucking moonshine are fucking.
Mate, we need to do a live stream at your bar. That's what we need to do. That's a fucking must before Christmas.
Definitely.
It's a must. And I need a fucking anti-dag fucking bed.
It's a one-man bar. It's lovely.
One man bar.
I've even kicked her in the garden.
Fucking hell, mate.
Yeah.
That's all I've got in my garage. Just my bike's fucking television and my fucking stereo. That's me done.
I can actually do a 360 in the bar now. Forgot about that.
Yeah, you could done. Yeah.
You do that? There's a video for you. Fucking bang that up.
Right on there as a short, because on here now you can change the camera thing, so you can have it for TikTok or Facebook or fucking.
Mate, them short,
yeah.
them short videos on YouTube are going through the fucking roof, mate.
Yeah.
I just struggled now to find what the fuck to say or what the fuck to do about stuff. People talk absolute crap. I'm just like, it needs to be something informative. I just gonna fucking stand there and just go, I don't know. I've had my fucking teeth whitened or fucking something, you know what I mean?
Starfish brightening.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I had my teeth whitened, by the way. Them false.
They're still going strong. Yeah, look at them. They're off their nut. I wish they'd turn the frigging lights off. There's about 900 bulbs lit in my garden.
Are they getting in the hot tub yet?
No, not yet.
No. You need to turn the fucking camera around. When they get in the hot tub, you need to turn the camera around.
Oh, no. No. You know, he'd get a strike. I'd lose subs. No, not good.
I ain't worried about a strike, mate. I'll tell you.
The flood.
So, Andy, you're working, are you, all weekend?
I'm off tomorrow, but I've got the grandkids round in the morning. Got bits and bobs to do tomorrow. But yeah, I'm back to work Sunday.
So I might, depending on weather, I might have a blast down to that the fucking sausage factory or whatever it's called.
Super sausage on Sunday.
Yeah,
I'll be there Sunday.
Depending what time you get. What time do you guys get there? Is it look like
usually get there about 9:30, 10 in the morning.
So I've got to leave my house about.
I'll be there till midday, 1 o'clock.
Okay, what you do? What you do for 2.5 hours?
Queue up for a cup of coffee.
Fucking hell, man.
Talk to people now. If you're coming down, I'll hang about and wait for you, make sure I'm still there. Yeah. Well,
I'll message you. I'll message on the group because, like I say, it's supposed to be nice here the weekend. Like I say, because my daughter's had the grandkid, so tomorrow I won't do much because it's Saturday. So I won't do much. Fucking hell, mate, you stink. I won't do much tomorrow, but Sunday's my day, kind of thing. I get out and go and have a ride Sunday, whether it's wet, dry, fucking whatever. But if you guys are going to be down there, then I'll head down there, kind of thing, and meet up and have a chat. Like,
Yeah, I won't be there this week.
I'll be there. I think Crazy Dad's coming down. Boo will be there. Uncle Red and Rhythmic could probably be there. Red will be there. Rev.
Well, never know. I watch one of Rev's videos, and you've got your own little fucking parking spaces, are you? No.
Yeah, apparently so. But every time I go in there, they're all full of fucking normal people. They ain't fucking motor.
Normal geezers just fucking rocking up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't a fucking moto bloggers reserved parking at all. So it's just it happens to be empty when he gets there.
Look at fucking Del Boy below us.
Drink these penis colada.
Get out of my bar. Oh, fuck off. Man bar.
Unless you're going to strip off, you need to go.
Yeah, exactly.
You've heard him. He wants you to strip off.
He wouldn't want you to strip off.
No, that's terrible.
We need a pole in front of Andy.
He does quite good work,
It'd have to be a bloody scaffold pole.
There you go.
I'm a bit disturbed of what I'm into here. I'm just scared to drink.
What you've walked into is my bar, steal my booze to bugger off back out there.
Yeah, and we're being.
I need to change the lock on the frigging door.
You do, didn't you? You should have the same rules as I've got from my man cave. I've got a little notice there that says man cave, and I told Tracy when I put that up, right, the rules are if you come in, you've got to be providing refreshments or sexual favours. He came in here three times tonight and gave me a cup of coffee.
So YouTube's going to get through the fucking roof. Andy's going to get filled in by his missus.
This is me listening to what he says. Look.
What's that?
That's my premium booze going out the frigging door is what that is.
What was it? Malibu, vodka, and Coke.
It should be lemonade, but you drink what you want.
Yeah, I don't care. I've got it anyway.
Yes, you're drinking the fucking vodka.
Fucking hell. I hope she's got the expensive stuff.
Apparently it's foggy outside.
I heard her say, "Cheers, Phil Collins," as she walked out.
Yes, she did, didn't she?
Be my singing. George Ezra.
She said, I can feel it calling in the early night.
Fucking come a chameleon.
Come on, chameleon. Oh, fucking hell.
There's a couple of jokes in there. There's a couple of jokes.
Mm. Fuck it,
Wow.
go for it.
Oh, man. Well, yeah. What you guys got planned? Anybody got anything planned over the week? Like over Christmas or anything like that? I'm looking at going up to Scotland for a cheeky weekend away. I'm going to go. I think I'm going to
hiring a bike.
I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go meet Zed and Lockwood and there's a lad messaged me called Michael Moore. He's on YouTube. He ain't got many subscribers, but he's up there and he said I can stop at his house and so I think I'm going to head up there one of the weekends just to try and meet up, basically, just have a bit of a face to face over the next.
You're up there in 4 hours, I think.
Huh?
You're up there in 4 hours.
Yeah. So that's what I'm looking at doing. Probably. I think what I'll probably do is get up early Saturday. Fucking dog's attacking me.
Are you chewing on your leg?
Yeah.
Dog's chewing on his leg.
Lockwood sort of about 45 minutes from Glasgow. Is there just north of Glasgow? So yeah,
45 minutes from where?
he's sort of south west of Glasgow, Lockwood. So I think Lockwood's
Like
about
Aberdeen way, in between Aberdeen and Glasgow.
half an hour, 40 minutes to Glasgow, and Zed's sort of not too far, probably about 15, 20 minutes. So depending on where you meet.
Yeah, I mean that video you did with them when you met Zed, man, that was nice video. That was good video. It was good, well, you edited that well. To be fair, Andy.
We didn't really have the cameras on because it weren't really planned to vlog. So the weather was pretty shit as well when we first started off. So we didn't really record it. We didn't think about it at the time. It was, we couldn't record it. It was just what was put together on phones and stuff,
Yeah.
Because it was more about meeting them and having a chat than blogging it out.
Sometimes that's the best footage, though, I think, when it's a bit more raw and a bit more real, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Not staged. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a stage. It's how you doing, mate, and all that shit. You know what I mean?
It was interesting to watch Lockwood's video of them coming to meet us. Really weird.
Is that the one with the car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were on their way to meet us, which was really weird to watch.
I really enjoyed that. To be fair, with them pair sitting in the car, it might sound fucking strange, but having two bikers sat on a car coming to meet bikers was quite. It was. They forgot about that camera pretty quick, to be honest.
Yeah, because I mean, we'd originally arranged to spend the day riding with him and going out with a few of the other lads, but the weather was so on and off. When it was arranged, where we were sort of meant to be going was absolutely pissing down. So obviously, but the weather cleared up a little bit, enough for them guys to take the bikes out and have a little blast on their on the gear they were wearing, on their jeans and stuff. But the weather turned again the next day. I mean, we got lucky for 5 days we were there, but unfortunately, the day that we planned to go out with them, it was shit. But yeah, no, at least because the thing was as well, because Zed was on Simon's live stream the night before until about 3 o'clock in the morning, and he was absolutely fuckface.
Hanging out of his arse.
Good in the morning, thinking there's no way Zed's coming. Like fucking 8 hours to get up here to meet you guys, and I don't think Zed's going to make it. So Locke was like, "Oh, I'll message him and I'll pick him up in the car." So yeah, it was all right. But it was absolutely shit on Simon's live stream till about 3 in the morning.
Mate, that was a good video. That was. I enjoyed with them pair in the car because, look, say that video there, mate. You could see the connection. This is gonna sound proper fucking gay, but you could see the connection between them, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And the mutual interest, mutual respect, and everything else.
Before they went on the bikes, we were probably there talking and chatting away for about an hour and a half. We was in the dealership upstairs because you know what it's like, Harley dealers. They've got fucking cafes up. Well, this one had a full-blown cafe and everything in it. And we were yagging away and talking up there for quite a while before we went outside. And I think I was there for about 3 or 4 hours with them, to be honest. So, what you see was just a tiny bit. But yeah, it was good.
But that's what it's all about, though. Especially for... I've said this on my channel before. For small channels, it's about meeting other channels.
Of course, yeah.
And
me and Darren like, do you want to take the bike out? And they're like, yeah, okay. And it's like we're sort of waving goodbye to two strangers on best part of 45 grand's worth of bikes, just driving out the car park. And they've turned up in a car that's worth about $3,000. My missus goes, "Oh, well, I've got his wallet." Oh, well, that's a lot of fucking cop, isn't it? It's quite funny.
Yeah, but it's like like me and you talk. How often do we speak in the week?
Sorry, I've just looked up at the telly in the bar, which you can't see, and it's on Naked Attraction. And there's like 6 cocks staring at me. I need to turn this fucker off because he's not women. I It's the first time I looked at the telly and it's like 3 dick or fucking 6. No, nothing. Fucking hell, you're not getting laid. Like, why is she staring at it so close? Sorry, I had to turn that off. But yeah, sorry, mate. Carry on.
I've lost my train of thought now.
Fucking, you're trying to make me feel ill.
When you said six dicks on the telly, I was like, "There's only fucking 3 of us here." I don't know what the fuck. Where's he?
No, you're right.
No,
It's
but what I'm saying is just like we speak, you know, quite often in the week, don't we? Do you know what I mean? We text a lot each other, even though we ain't met each other. We text each other quite a lot in the week. So you know, when we meet up, you know, for the first time, it's ain't going to be like you're meeting a fucking stranger. Because
yeah, you say that, it's really weird. I used to be in a lot of online gaming. What was it, 2006? I think I was doing a lot of online gaming, and I got in with about 6 American guys, and I used to start at stupid o'clock in the morning and play with them on Medal of Honor. And in 2008, we all flew out to Vegas. We all met in Michigan, and then we all flew on to Vegas, and we all stayed in a house. And it's like you are here now. You know, I knew everything about them through the gaming, obviously, because you're on a team talk, so you're talking, and you're on Facebook. And I knew everything about the guys, and it's like you'd known them for years.
Yeah.
And there was 8 of us that had only just met face to face for the first time, and it's like we know everybody. And I still still talk to them quite regularly through Facebook and stuff. It's like, you know, social media today brings people together. Something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like with the army lads. You know, when I first got out of the army, I'd speak to anybody for years and years, and you know, you don't realise you're living with the trauma, and then all of a sudden Facebook pops up basically, and then you get involved with people and start talking to people, and then you know you realise then, and for me, the lads I served with, we're all dealing with the same process. Do you know what I mean? And so then you've lived together that amount of time, and then you've separated. You've done, you know, you've had your family or whatever you got to do, and then you've come back together, and then now it's like with a family again. Now we're all interlinked. There's about 360 of us on a group. We all just chat, and mate, that chat's going off 24/7. You've got to switch it off. You've got to put it at 10 o'clock. You've got to put it on silent, because all through the night it's going to be fucking pinging off, because obviously everybody's working different fucking hours. But it's nice to have that ability to.
There's 11 people watching, 3 of us talking, and I'm the only one that's liked it. So get liking, guys.
You really are. Get liking, people. What's that with you?
Yeah, but you know,
No,
it's look at fucking Delby in the bottom corner. Mate, that's making me laugh. That is. You big fucking yellow straw. You want to get yourself to the fucking doctors with that?
I'm going to get 2 straws in a minute and have 2 different flavoured drinks going in.
Come here. Have you been looking at a trip then, Andy, for Austria next year?
Yeah, we're definitely going. Next week or the week after, I've got to start booking hotels, otherwise we ain't going to get there. So yeah, no, we're definitely off. 10-day trip, 3 days down, 4 days there, 1 day off the bike, 4 days back, or 3 days back. So yeah, definitely going. But yeah, no 2 ways about it. We're off to Austria.
Mate,
We might even get into the Czech Republic, because it's bordering with Austria. We're down that side, so just another country to tick off.
Mate, when I did that on my own when I went to Austria, because
that'd be 15 countries for me then on the bike. So yeah, another one to tick.
Yeah.
I think at the moment it's me.
All right, who's making his bed?
Mate,
Yeah,
he's fucking winning the president.
It should be good.
Yeah, like I say, mate, I'd like to do. I'd like to do that trip again. I just couldn't do Austria, mate. The fucking roads up there, mate. There's just fucking nothing, mate. There's just sheer drops. Like that just shit me up completely. But yeah, mate, that was the views once you're at the top.
If you look back at some of the first videos I ever put up, I never vlogged. But if you look back on the YouTube at some of the first videos I put up, one of them's Coombe Laval.
Yeah.
If you look at that, that will make your stomach churn. That was a single track logging road with a 2-mile drop. And I fucking loved it. But yeah, I'm a bit of a thrill seeker when it comes to that sort of thing.
So, mate, honestly, when we did that Timmel's jock. You're at the top already, but you don't seem to climb a lot. The roads are really smooth. You don't seem to climb, and then all of a sudden you're at the top, and then you go through like a mountain valley, and then you come to a cafe at the top, and I was like, oh, this is all right. This is fucking sound. And then, mate, once you start dropping down the other side, mate, and I pulled over in this little lay-by, and there was I swear to God, it was like a fucking registration plaque. It had 2,509 meters sheer drop, and that mate, that just did me. Looking at that, knowing that there was just a sheer drop, just fucking ripped me off, mate. I just couldn't fucking do it. And then I rode like fucking Miss Daisy all the way down to the bottom. And then
I've done loads of passes, and I love getting up to altitude. I've done 3,000 meters. I've done fucking plus, and when you go up them, my missus absolutely hates heights. She's like you, but me, it don't bother. But I've taken loads of people up on different roads. It's all about staying with a group and giving the people there the confidence to do it. Quickly, you can get up it and get down it. Well, look, so that I'm there once. I probably won't be returning again for many years, if at all. I want to take it all in, and we stop every sort of like regularly, and we take in the views, and it's all about how you plan it as well. I mean, when we done Coombe Laval, I knew that 4 of the people with me did not like heights, so when I'd done it, I made sure that we were on. When we done it, any passing of vehicles was done so they were cliff side and not drop side. Things like that, so yeah.
I think that's the thing, mate. There's I mean, if you've done it before, I mean, this lad we went with, he'd done it like 8 or 9 times, so he's fucking flying up there. Yeah. So when we went to Germany, when we went through France and Germany, and we did like the Black Forest, I was like, fucking, this is ace. This is fucking brilliant. You know what I mean? Quite a few times I was like, right, I took the lead because I was saying he was riding slow, but I wanted to get a bit of a lick on because I could see on my sat nav it was a not good road, so I want to get a bit of a lick on, which I did do on my own. But then we got to them places in Austria, mate. And I was just like, fucking, I've never experienced that in my life, basically. And
you want to think them places in Austria? There was me and Kevin in the wet, literally going fucking knee down on them cliffs. It was getting stupid. But,
if I went to Austria again now, mate, I would do now. I would do Austria again, but I'd probably need 2 days there just to get me into the fucking flow.
The problem is, I think you went with 2 people that were the wrong people to go there with.
Yeah, 100%.
you know, Simon's been on our rides and where we go and what we do, and they're really well looked. They do cater for everyone, and everyone's taken into consideration, and we just have a blast. There's a time and place, we will get a lick on them good roads through the Black Forest, but then we'll at other places we're all dawdling like Miss Daisy because we're just taking the viewing, and that's what them passes are about, taking the viewing.
Yeah,
not the speed, just take it in.
Yeah. Well, that's the difference. I mean, that's why me and the lad Mark, we fell out because he was just like, mate, I wasn't doing 50k an hour, and I was like, mate, I was doing 81 at one point round a bend that had a sheer drop. I was like, speed ain't the problem. It's the drops that are the problem. I'm not looking at the speed. I'm looking at what I'm going to fucking fall into. I'm going to fall in, mate. I'm going to fall off the edge and have a good.
The thing is, the way I look at it as well when I'm away,
think about it before
I'm leading the group. Yeah, I mean, when I'm away and I'm leading the group, the thing is, I look at it is I've got full luggage and a pillion on, so there is no reason really why an experienced rider can't keep up with me riding with a pillion on. Because the way I ride with the missus on is way different to how I ride when I'm on my fucking own.
Yeah.
Because I can't take that risk on my own. I will push that extra throttle. But when you've got the missus on the back, even Simon, you don't take that risk.
No.
You ride completely different. So there's no reason that a single pillion rider can't keep up.
Yeah, 100%. I totally appreciate that. And it's like for me, for Mark, he's been there. He's done them roads 8 or 9 times before. Yeah,
I'm the same way. I've done the Alps, I've done the Pyrenees. Even though it might be a different place, I've done them roads.
Yeah.
And if you've not done them,
been there for the first time, and he's looking round, and like, a lot. Well, for the first 3 days, I was sat on the back of his tyre. What a problem! But then, as soon as I saw them drops, mate,
it does change perspective.
Mate,
it's like the thing is,
it was like fucking rubbish.
When I done them for the first time, I done them with just me and the missus. So you sort of take it in at your own pace, and then the next time you do stuff like that, you sort of get used to it. I mean, we went up. The first one we really hit was Stelvio Pass on the Borneo side, which is the steep fucking twisty side. Now my missus speaks heights, and 2 or 3 sort of people don't think, but when you start that Borneo side, it's about 15 miles long until you get right onto the real high, heavy stuff. I'm going around the bends and I'm thinking there's something wrong with the bike. It's not going around these bends and these hairpins as it should do. But when I've looked in my mirror, my missus is leaning the opposite way to the bike because she didn't want to go anywhere near the fucking edge. So what I had to do was get her to look up around the bend and tell me that it was clear, because it took her focus away from the edge.
Yeah.
And now, when we go up and she knows what she's going to do to distract herself. And, you get used to it. If you do it correctly, and do it steady, there's no reason to be doing up them bends. There's no reason to be doing 60, 70, 80K. You want to be doing them at sort of 40K, 30 mile an hour, and just completely enjoying the view. You want to be able to look at the view and not where you're going. If you can't look at the view, you're going too quickly.
Mate, if you look at one of my videos, I'm doing well excess of 100k an hour. I'm chasing them. And
have a go.
And that's what I said on the night on the night before. I says, mate, if you want to do a fucking track day, let's do a fucking track day.
Look at the video I done at Coombe Laval, and then think of them roads. There's a massive area, and the whole place is like it. And we do Coombe Laval. I went back along the road to look over the wall because I'm a fucking idiot. I love all that. Mrs. got off. No one else come back with me. And then when I turned around and went back to the group, Darren and Phil turned around and said, "Are we going that way?" And I went, "Yeah, I think so." So they've got on their bikes and gone. I've got on the bike. The missus has got on the bike. The bike started up. The sat-nav's come on. We're turning left. They've gone straight on. So I said, "Missus, you better get off." And I chased them down. And you have a look at the Coombe Laval roads. and I hit 120 mile an hour at one point trying to catch them guys to bring them back with 2 miles sheer cliff drops. And that was scary as fucking hell.
See, I couldn't do that again. I could. That Timmel drop, mate, fucking scared the shit out of me. I could. I think now I've done it, I could do it. Now.
Would you walk it?
I could walk it, yeah, not a problem.
Yeah. It's purely, they were just going too fast, mate. You want to bimble up there at sort of 30, 40 mile an hour, if that, and just take the whole experience in.
I think that's the half the problem is I was trying to cram everything in, if that makes sense. So I was trying to keep up with them, look at the views, look at everything else, and then I was also fucking scared in myself looking at the fucking views. If I'm being honest, you know what I mean. But if you had the opportunity to stop and have a look, it'll calm you down because you could see the road coming down, for example, and you could go, right, that's the next stop sound, because you can physically see the next fucking point where you're stopping. It'll fucking relax you.
Yeah.
Because you can like, right, I've only got like, I don't know, for example, fucking 20 bends where I'm zigzagging down here. But if I fall off, I ain't going to fall off the edge of a fucking cliff because you don't zigzag down the mountain fucking like that. You zigzag down the mountain fucking down towards the fucking base. Do you know what I mean?
When Simon and everyone went away with us, it weren't really any sort of altitude or any sort of mountain passes to do, but you know, it's something different when you're out in the Alps and when you're up at the altitude, the Grossglockner and places like that. It's something else. You're just asking for trouble if you're going to pin it.
Mate, when I did the Stelvio, there was something like, I'm sure he said there was 34 crashes and 2 deaths.
Yeah.
The day that they
I
did the
love
Stelvio.
Stelvio. I really did enjoy it, but you know, you just got to take it steady. One of my videos is actually on Stelvio.
Well, he got one of the lads we went with. He got rear-ended by a bike on the Stelvio. Nearly knocked him off the fucking edge.
We'd done it at stupid o'clock in the morning. I think we'd done it about 8:30 because there's no traffic.
Right then, lads, I'm gonna have to shoot off.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to call it a night as well because I've got a early start in the morning and I've got to go negotiate Hemel and bucks in a lorry. So yeah, I'm gonna say goodnight.
Right then, lads, see you later.
Yeah, hopefully I'll see you Sunday, Peaky. Send us a message. Yeah?
Definitely. See you later. Andy, I'll message you tomorrow. See you in a bit.
Chill off in a bit. He's a lovely bloke.
He's gone. Take care, Si. I'll see you later.
Yeah, I'll see you later. Just quickly, thanks to everybody in the side chat popped in and out and commented, and thanks Andy for joining us and Zed earlier. And yeah, we'll get in touch. We'll get out on the road one day together. We'll get with that. But
our orbits will align.
I'll tell you at the moment, I don't know where my arse from my fucking elbow, which is worrying. But there you go.
That's always a way.
Yeah.
All right, mate. I'll catch you later on.
Cheers, Red. All right, take care, everybody.
Bye all.